Oh, right, guys. Today we are gonna be reacting to what German prisons do differently from us, I guess. I have to be the first one admitting that our prison system sucks. But let's see what's going on here.
Are toxic places. When you walk into them, you are immediately bombarded by the smell, by the noise, by the lack of color on the walls. There is a dearth of life in the eyes of the people who are incarcerated, the people that work in the prisons. There's little grass or trees, very little plant life. This is just what the absence of life and joy can be. So we went to Germany to understand how you can do things differently. They've taken the structures, the architecture around prisons, and they've modified them and changed the people inside them. They run their prisons based in human dignity and organized around the principle of normalization. That prisons should replicate the outside community as...
No, dang, that's a prison right there. Wow. I like this. Let me just watch a little bit more. I have my own opinions.
They learn that this job is about relationships and that relational safety is just as important as the security of the building.
There's life, people aren't afraid for their safety. We saw young people laying on the courtyard, completely comfortable with each other. You would never see that in an American prison.
We saw young people hanging
I'm
out.
wondering how Germany deal with the gang problem. If Germany had the same amount of gang problem in the United States, how would Germany approach that? Right, because one of the problems that we have in the United States, the gang problem. We have a lot of gang problems. Too many gang problems. I can just name them here: Blood, Crips, Nieta, Aryan race. There's so many. Neo, Mustache Guy. There's so many gangs, right? The 3Ks. So I'm just wondering how Germany would just approach something like this. How would they fix it? Because our system is not working, guys. One of the problems that we have in our system is that there's a lot of victims of grapefruit. There's a lot of victims of grapefruit, if you understand what I'm saying. And I would love to know how would they approach it.
Out with correctional officers without the fear of surveillance. Young people and correctional officers playing soccer.
You walk into someone's room and you can learn so much about them. They've got posters on the wall of their heroes and sheroes, and you've got TVs and you've got lighters on the table because they're smoking. It's very, very different. One of the things that's so striking was walking through
I like that because dignity. I don't know where they're coming from. Yeah.
a prison compound and you see trees and water and swans.
It's what human dignity smells like, looks like, and feels like. And this was in a maximum security prison in Germany. It tells us you can do this a different way. Our experiment with mass incarceration has created a uniquely American phenomenon that has prisons warehousing millions of people far away from their families and communities. It has not worked. It has not made us safer. But we can learn from other countries, like Germany, where they have systems designed around human dignity that promote restorative justice, that ensure accountability, and everyone is...
Accountability. How will you ensure accountability? If you're dealing with Crips and Blood, they hate each other, and other gangs, right? Let's say the Mexicans don't get along with the Crips and Blood, and then you have the Aryan race, the other one. You see what I'm saying? How would you deal with that? Because our problem in the United States when it comes down to prison is the gangs. Gangs are everywhere, guys. I don't know if you guys... I don't know how to just put this into context, but I do think that there's a lot of things that we can learn from Germans, especially when it comes down to rehabilitation. And there's some states like Ohio, Indiana, even Wyoming, they tried some of these programs. The problem is that they have a very low success rate, very low success, and I don't know why. I just simply don't know why.
Safer, happier, and healthier. We can restore the promise of American justice.
Yeah, but the thing, how can I approach this? Here's the thing. I do believe when it comes down to prison, the way that I've been watching a lot of prison videos in the last couple of days. I don't know why, and I noticed a lot of our prisons are bad, they're just filthy and dangerous. Most importantly, it's dangerous, guys. A lot of people, they get SA and grapefruit, and nobody does anything. The system doesn't really hold those bad people accountable. I personally, knowing how Germany deals with this problem, I would love to know if the German approach can just at least alleviate some of this. Actually, El Salvador, they just took a different approach. Like, you're gonna get educated, yes or yes. There's no option. You're gonna get educated. Because if you don't get educated, you might get deleted. That's their way of doing it. It seems that it's working. El Salvador basically took an approach of, you're gonna get educated, or you might just get deleted. That's their way of doing things. Not all of them, right? However, in the case of Germany, they have more like a rehabilitation system where they just want to make sure you don't commit this crime. It's like a community commitment. You see, I just don't know whether or not that system can go against the gang crime that we have in the United States. Our gang crime, the gang problem here in the United States is out of control. Out of control. So I don't know how. Dang, it's a lot of gangs here, man. But again, you have to just give it a try, see how what happens. That's the best thing you can do. I would start with the most liberal state like Connecticut. I would start with Connecticut, New Hampshire, Massachusetts. Put the German system. Let's see how it works. See if, let's say, one out of three states, one of them work and the other two don't work. Okay, so now we go to the one that worked, and then we experiment in that one, and we just see what worked. I don't know. Let me know what you guys see in the comment section below. Here's the homework. United States have a gang problem. How Germany will approach this to make sure the gang problem doesn't continue. Let me know what you think. I'll see you next one.